So do you agree with Kat saying that he changed the game?
To be honest,
Change the channel.
to be honest, let's be honest, I really don't even know much about him.
Really?
Yeah, me. Yeah.
I really don't know. If you tell me he has 12 All-Stars, I can't even fight you on it because I wouldn't know because I don't pay attention to him. And that's just to be honest.
Is it Minnesota or just him?
3-time All-Star selection, Gil.
He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything to stand out for. Like, what position is he?
Center.
4 or 5.
Center.
4 or 5.
Oh, actually now 4.
He played forward next to Gilbert.
Stretched out, could shoot. He won the 3-point challenge.
Change the game. I mean, there's no dirt.
Yeah. He's stretching.
I mean, what does he do?
He's stretching it.
He's letting it be known.
K-Love, but he's coming after K-Love. So it's like,
He letting it be known.
Is he better than K-Love over there?
When K-Love was averaging 20 and 20
That's what I'm saying. Is he better than K-Love? How many All-Stars did K-Love have?
before he went to Cleveland.
Yeah,
maybe.
Maybe
Let's find out.
maybe 2 or 3.
That's the internet.
But K-Love was having, I think he had like a 30-20 game, like 30-30 game, yeah.
So Kevin Love, 3-time.
5 times.
So 5-time All-Star, but three in Minnesota, 2-time All-NBA.
And shot just as many threes as you did.
So he can't say he's better than K-Love. Wait a minute, hold on, change again. He's not even the best power forward Timberwolves.
Timberwolves, period.
KG.
KG, Kevin Love, then him? See, this is why.
Illustrious list, Gil.
I hope I wasn't this delusional when I played. I'm pretty sure I was too. But, I think it's just when we're playing in the moment, we just think we're better than what we are. I got to be guilty of that
played
too.
in Minnesota, so I can know
You couldn't tell me,
why he feel that way.
You couldn't tell me Nash is better than me. I can tell you that for sure. Like, Nash? Oh, no. He just got popular when he was in Phoenix. You know what I mean?
Like he had just got good.
He just got good.
I love you.
Like he just got good.
You just got good, homie.
You just got
like I've been good.
Like it's like 30 years old is when you stepped on the scene in my mind. Like, when you went there and you, like I know you was like a 2-time All-Star from whenever you came in, but when you was 30, that's when you became a threat. Other than that, it's like, all right, just push him over or whatever, go under. It's like, it was about Dirt, Finley, and all those guys. You were just, so that's how I look at him like,
Better than KG and Kevin Love. That's tough over there.
Change the game. Like,
Top 5 center, though?
who?
Or is he the top center in Timberwolves history?
Was he?
Is he a center or a power
He's
forward?
a power
He
forward.
does a little bit of both.
Both?
But he stretches
more-
that
is
thing
he
out.
more-
That would be what?
I mean, KG did both, right?
Joe Smith, KG, Kevin Love,
Al
Jefferson.
Al Jefferson?
Al
Yeah,
Jefferson
he ain't
was
better
over
than
there, too.
Al.
Al Jefferson
He
was
not
nice.
better than Al.
No, Al Jefferson was nice.
Not better than Al. I watched Al personally.
I guess he talking about because he stretched the floor, so that just puts Kevin Love in that category, and no, Kevin Love was doing that.
He said
But
change
Dirk?
the game.
Change the game.
Yeah,
I guess.
but Dirk been doing
I
it.
mean, that's what I said.
So let's talk bigger picture here. When we look just historically NBA, what we've seen in our lives, because we can't go back. But what players have changed how NBA basketball is played, in your guys' opinion?
That changed the game. The way it's played, the way it's.
Yeah. Let's say somebody like Steph, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's number 1 for me.
Okay, so did Magic and Showtime change it? Right? Jordan changed it.
Yeah. Shaq changed it.
Shaq changed it.
AI.
AI changed it.
I'm gonna say Steve Nash, bro. Suns, the way that
you're
the
right.
Suns played, bro, the
You're
way he
right.
played, it changed the guard sentiment, man. Of just being a guard that can
Small-
space the floor.
I can't say Steve Nash. We can say D'Antoni.
D'Antoni-ish.
We can say
Yeah,
D'Antoni.
But he
changed-
played.
yeah.
But he was the perfect player to orchestrate that
Yes.
shit.
It was, yeah, you can say D'Antoni small ball because it really actually it kind of forced people to go small ball to keep up with him a little bit.
I even got to put you in there because the way
Oh,
you
yeah.
the way you were scoring. I mean, shit, I was in high school and I was wearing your kick.
Bro,
So
it was
I'm
Dame-
like,
it was Dame
I'm
before
like,
Dame.
I'm like, yeah, coming down doing that. Like that's what made me come into the league. Coming, like feeling comfortable, be able to just call off a play and just shoot.
Yeah, see-
You're the first guard I ever seen really do that.
Bro.
Like
See,
call off as a point guard.
He was the first guard to really attack niggas, like how Westbrook was attacking
Yeah.
niggas. That's what his mentality like. They asked like, who's the hardest person to guard? They expect you to say 4 other niggas.
Yeah.
Gilbert, He don't give a fuck who in front of him.
Yeah.
He coming at you full speed.
Oh, yeah, I had
It's
these.
dead.
I had these in high school. These shoes you got on.
Nigga.
Yeah, it was. At first, everyone was talking Iverson, and then I was like, well, they pushed Iverson to the shooting guard, so that point guard being a scoring first point guard wasn't allowed. Marbury was being called the ball hog and doing all this. And then like somebody like Baron Davis, who could do it, he was forced to be point guard.
Yep.
Right? But I was like, I'm not trying to be no shooting guard. I'm a point. So y'all just gonna accept it for accept it. So that's what turned it into today's game, which makes the scoring point guard valuable.
How do you think your game would translate to the game today?
Oh,
It'd be easier. That's what I said. It'd be easier for me because this is how my game was. You know, the 3 line to the free throw, but I also had other elements to play the half court game with posting up or the mid range.
Murray got a lot of your element too.
Murray.
Like he takes the shots that you give him. Like Gil would take, if you gave him a 2, he take the 2. If you gave him space to get off his shit, you give him, like Murray kind of reminded me of that.
That's what
midi.
I remember when somebody originally said that. I think it was Calvin Booth. He said, "Man, Murray reminds me of you." And I couldn't see it at first, but watching the playoffs, like the mid range, he's gonna get into the seams, he's gonna shoot it. I just got to the free throw line a lot more.
Yeah.
Do you
That's
think
one
James
thing
Harden?
he changed.
You think James Harden changed the game?
Yeah, he did.
I think for lefties
ISO
for sure.
game.
I think for lefties for sure too. Like because the way you look at a lefty's game, the way he plays is like
It made it like elite,
You know,
like a
that's
lefty
like-
elite.
I don't think we're gonna see the impact of what he did. It'd be coming in right now, actually. He did.
He did.
Because of how he played, he made it look so popular to the youth, right? The ISO bomb bomb, the extra shake bacon for no reason.
Yep.
Right? The extra shake and bacon for no reason, putting it to the youth. Now those kids are coming to the NBA that force the NBA to run a 5-out offense. So now if you, like they don't have plays, it's just 5-out motion, move,
love
AAU
5-out.
style.
You think James forced trainers to train this way though? Because remember when James started the bop bop bop, all the trainers started bringing in the extra bop bop for your
Extra, boom, one leg,
yes,
step back.
Yeah, everybody started training that way. So now you see the youth come in, it's like everybody they feel like they gotta have that in their bag. I gotta have bop bop bop.
You know
bop.
what's crazy too? He hit it at a good time too. Remember when KD went to Golden State? It kind of pushed Steph back a little bit. So James was able to
ISO
be that ISO guy. Like at first it was Steph, and then when KD came over there, it was more like, all right, we watching James now.
Yep.
This might be a pokey subject, but I know 2 people who didn't. Well, I know one. Kareem didn't change the game.
Okay.
Right? As dominant as he was. Nope. No one was doing the hook shot, right?
Okay.
I mean, but
No.
Don't even try.
He dominated the game.
And we're talking
It's
about
a good
the game of
argument.
basketball,
It's a
right?
good argument. It's a good
They got
argument.
rid of the dunk because of Kareem in college. They brought it back.
I don't know.
I'm just
I
saying.
don't know college.
Gil, you were a college
Maybe
athlete.
because he was the only person dunking? I mean, I don't know.
The most dominant one, I'm saying, but they changed rules to adjust it.
But you're talking about like as far as the Lakers, his dominant as a Laker.
No, just period. I mean, once he became an NBA, did everyone start adapting to what he did? Was the rest of the league trying to do fucking hook shots and shit? No.
But how hard is it, y'all have all tried, how hard is it to do a hook shot in the game at that
Shit
level?
tough.
Consistent?
But for big man, but I'm saying when you're talking about changing the game, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
you're changing it. And which is weird. Did LeBron change the game?
He didn't.
Not even
didn't.
a little bit?
Nah, I mean, it's not in a bad way, but it's like the game was already moving in a certain way where LeBron was just in the top. He was in the top tier of the game, but he didn't change it.
Is it because or just because he's just so big?
Yeah, like
that
his
the
strength.
kids can't relate to just coming down dunking on people. Like if a kid can't do it, then they're not gonna value it.
You can't just go get a body like that,
Yeah.
right? You just can't get hops like that. So it's like changing the game. We might have wanted to be stronger and jump higher, but like to be like LeBron.
Physically.
MJ
Yeah, like
fade
we
away
already
and
knew.
stuff like
that.
Like we wasn't doing this, and we wasn't like, you know.
Like when I say James Harden, it's like James Harden and Kyrie,
Kyrie.
together. That it was that Bob game, bringing in the extra moves and the fancy play, trying to be a highlight reel.
Yeah.
So I feel like Pistol Pete had a lot to do with that too.
Early on.
Pete Maravich. I
He
mean,
didn't have enough film though.
But that's
he didn't have enough film though.
But that's for Magic. That's for Magic to see, and Magic transcended it. Versus,
Yeah, but he was getting buckets too.
I'm gonna say he was
Back in
getting
the-
without the 3 line.
he averaged 44 in college.
yeah, I was
the
trying
first
to put him in
one.
my top 5, but his NBA career. I thought y'all had forgot about him, but his NBA career wasn't that.
So we're asking the chat right now, did LeBron change the game of basketball? I think when you look at just kind of this modern NBA, Steph more so than anybody, but I don't know necessarily for the better, because somebody like Steph who actually works on his shot, puts in that work. So many teams saw that, and we talked about this on the show, I believe, last week, where other teams are like, oh, we can shoot threes too, because threes worth more than 2, but it's like, if you don't got the personnel to be able to do what Steph is out there doing, it's not gonna end well for you.
But that changes the game because now your personnel has to have 3-point capability.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that, if you look at the metric, it makes more sense that if we're now moving the game towards threes more than 2s, because threes is more than 2s.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's what Antoine Walker used to tell me. Hey, bro, 3 more than 2. I'm shooting this shit, right? So now that we're doing that, it's like, okay, how do you make the 3 more entertaining and comfortable for the player? Right, so now everybody that's shooting threes, they're doing it uncomfortably because it's not normal. So all the bigs got to shoot threes. All the threes that can't shoot got to shoot threes. Everybody got to shoot threes now.
But if you notice, the people who are really successful, like as many threes as Steph shoots, he does still shoot mid-range shots.
Yeah.
Right, he still shoot mid-range shots, right?
It's a lane.
Jokic, mid-range shots. Jimmy Butler, mid-range shots. DeRozan, Booker, KD. Like people, KD shoots just as good as Steph, but only takes 2 to 3 threes.
Yep.
Right, he's not wasting his time back there if he can get into the here and shoot a closer shot, guaranteed to.
Yep.
Murray, mid-range, has a nice mid-range game. So it's like the players who really are still dominating are dominating because they still have that mid-range inside. Even Luka.
Yeah.
Kyrie, like the players who, it's like you're selling something that's not, it's like me, right? You sold my long threes, right? You sold my long 3-ball game, not realizing I was averaging about 6 to 8 points on post-ups alone, right? But then that's not the.
They want to see the game.
They want to see the game when it turn around. They want to see the long shots, not realizing I'm in the post half the time.
You know who had a chance if they didn't get hurt? Derrick Rose. I think if Derrick Rose didn't get hurt, he had a chance to because the way he was playing big and he was dunking on he was dunking on bigs. It's like, yo, whoa.
See, he had that it.
Yeah, he had the it factor. He didn't say nothing in Chicago. And every 5 minutes you knew we about to lose.
Yeah.
So who's the closest comparison to Derrick Rose now, would you say, in the league?
Ja.
Yeah.
Ja. Because Ja coming down, dunking on, D Rose. Like, if you look at D Rose in that Miami series when he split that double and dunked on, boy, man, that was different.
Ja put so much pressure on having a back line because even with the back line, he jumped so high. It's like D Rose mixed with Dwayne Wade, mixed with you know what I mean?
Francis. Just explode, and he knows how to get his footing and his feet to just jump any type of way wherever you see it.
His pick and rolls, he used to come down just so low and just go right at your big and just it was just. And then he had a team too. Oh man, they had a team. They had a great squad.
So we talked about LeBron a little bit earlier. We asked the chat. Chat's basically 50-50 split. So let's not talk about necessarily LeBron's job on the court, but what about off the court in terms of player empowerment and things like that?
If we add that into the
changing the game,
then yes, because now he has all these players thinking business. Before we're not just hoopers, we're businessmen too. We're gonna try to get this. Like when I was, this is like 2006, 2007. When Tito's, came to me with a proposal, I turned it down because I didn't think that's what players can do. have liquor sponsors and stuff like that. If we just Gatorade, water, maybe a soda, but liquor, like, oh, no, I'm good. You ain't messing up my bread. Now that's a thing, right? Once a player of that stature says, no, I'm getting me a wine, it pushes everybody else in that category to think bigger.
Is it crazy to y'all now that, like, you talk about liquor back in those days, and it would probably been a bad look for you to do it the way that you would have been viewed by kind of the outside world, the media. Like you mentioned, these guys got tequila brands, they got wine brands, but also even in this new CBA, they can now do work with gaming companies, sports betting companies. This is stuff back in the day would have been like.
But that's just the influence of, certain players that's coming in and changing and showing that I'm bringing all these elements to the game. So outside of just basketball things, Hublot watch. I got, I'm bringing all these elements where, if Jordan was playing, it would have been the same way. I mean, people started changing and talking different because of him.
What's up, everybody? As you know, Gil's Arena is presented by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest and best way to play fantasy sports. You can pick higher or lower on your favorite players' fantasy projections, and you have the opportunity to win up to 20 times your money in a single night. We're doing the 5 ways, the 4 ways, the 3 ways. You can do them 2 ways too, but the brewer bread is at the 5-way. Who you rolling with right now?
I just picked the 5-way.
That WNBA.
WNBA, all 5, let's rock it.
Let's get this
Yes,
bread.
sir.
Now, Underdog is available in 30 states and Canada, except Ontario. Get your minds right. Get on with the Underdog Fantasy crew. And if you want to get down, use promo code GIL and Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. You put $100 in, they give you $100 right off the top. You start with $200. Really get them pick'ems going. Everybody out there, make your next move your best move. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code GIL, and they will match your first deposit up to $100. You can't beat that. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Keep watching. Keep supporting the movement.
I'll do it again. Use promo code GIL.
Sound like a good promo code to me.
Age is 0. Change the game. Put that respect on his name. Look, with the honor call for greatness, the chosen of few that carry the gift of genius, who do what they do, who